LA students are trying to send a message to school district leaders. They want a say in how money is allocated, and they want their own voice on the school board. CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is live in downtown LA to show us whether the students were successful. Jeff.
Well, Paul and Pat, dozens of students try to make their push during the school board meeting this afternoon here. They ultimately did not get what they wanted, but they will have a representation on the board thanks to the education code. Dozens of LA Unified School students marched to the school district headquarters today with one goal: getting one of their own on the school board.
I sometimes sit in classrooms where the size is about 70 students in one classroom, and I don't think it's right.
Adults represent adults because they think like adults, they act like adults. We think differently and we act differently.
The kids are citing a section in the California State Education Code from 1976, which calls for at least one non-voting pupil member.
Sleeping.
Last night, a group of volunteers camped out in front of the boardroom to reserve speaking rights for the activist students during today's meeting. This morning, a demonstration was held with empty school desks to signify hundreds of kids that drop out every week. The demonstration comes after Superintendent John Daisy introduced a first draft of his $6.8 billion budget for the upcoming 3 school years. It features staff raises as well as investments towards foster kids and low-income students. Daisy says the improvements will go to schools with the most needs first.
So it's not just an even distribution across the system, it's a concentration. And then when we meet the obligation of that concentration, we then move to other schools.
The kids were hoping to have a voice on such matters, but the board voted against their proposal, which included a democratic selection process for a student board member. Instead, it'll be up to Superintendent Daisy to decide how that position is filled.
How that student member will be seated and what is the role and parameter of their responsibilities.
So the superintendent will now have 120 days to figure out how a student board member will be seated, but the bottom line is that a kid will be on the board. We are live in downtown Los Angeles. Jeff Nguyen, CBS 2 News.